Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. It's 4:46 a.m. on Wednesday, December 23rd. I took 2 trades in the pre-market. I think I got most of my stocks off of I got them all off of this top gainer in the pre-market. And they're actually right there, but I was looking at them organized by volume on my laptop. And let's see. Ocgn was one of them, and the other one that I traded was Jagx. So initially I'm looking at like a 3-bar play setup here on the Jagx, but it doesn't form like right when this bar breaks the lows of this one. This was could have been a 4-bar play, and that didn't happen either. So I said nope. So now I'm watching for like a more of like an ABCD pattern. So this being A, B, and then the pullback C, and then enter for the break of this candle here. The high is 53 cents. So I was looking for anything higher than 53 to get me in. And ideally it'd be like 53.1. But watch what happens. And you see this is showing no spread, but it only goes back 2 decimal points, so it's not that accurate for these penny stocks. Now it's showing a 1 cent spread, so technically the next price should be 54 cents. And there it jumps up to 53.6 cents, and I get in. I was a little hesitant because I wanted to see kind of creep up, and that felt like a big gap up. But that's the weird thing about these penny stocks is, on the chart kind of tricks you a little bit, I think, too. That looks like a huge gap, but it's less than 1 cent, and usually I enter 1 cent above the 1-minute candles on a normal stock. But these penny stocks are weird, and they kind of screw with my psychology because of that. So I considered, let me see what I did here, because I changed this a few times, because my ideal entry was right above this point. So I'd actually put in my real entry, and then but I used this stop initially. My original stop was going to be here, entering on this candle when it broke the high. Let's see. Now I'm just looking for other opportunities. Let's just go back for 1 second, and then we'll watch that. So my original stop was right here, and I wanted to enter when this candle broke the high of this one, but it never did. So I entered on this one, and my plan says, the stop should always be the previous candle that you entered on. You see, as this played out, I changed it because it just didn't make any sense in this case. But let's go. So I started looking at my watch list view so I can look for other opportunities. And Ocgn, which I was watching initially, looked really strong. And then I was looking at this like a kind of a consolidation pattern. And I thought, once it breaks this level, it's probably going to shoot up. But this was like a FOMO trade. This was a dumb trade for sure. Because consolidation is not one of my entries, in my plan. My plan right now says I can take 3 and 4 bar plays and ABCD setups. So, I guess you could kind of pretend this is A, B, and then the consolidation is C. Actually, that's kind of a legit thing. So maybe I'm being a little hard on myself. I don't know. So let's see what happens. I was just thinking as I'm saying that, one of my trading books that I refer to does call that pattern ABCD. When the stock runs up, goes into consolidation, at the end of the consolidation is C, and then the run higher is D. So so maybe I should just call that a failed ABCD pattern, which I kind of gave it away now. So originally I was thinking, man, I wish I would have been able to get in for, like, say, the break of this candle. Then my stop would have been here. And now I'm thinking, okay, the next entry was the break of this candle, and the stop would have been there, but I missed that entry. So this is where I think, I kind of FOMO traded this a bit. It does start to run, but it doesn't go very high. So I felt like, I FOMO traded that, and I got a bit of a high entry. I mean, not really. It's like 1 cent above this candle, but didn't feel that good about this trade from the beginning, so I kept my stop as I should, the low of the previous candle. And once it breaks that level, I'm out, which you can see it's getting very close. Now it's tapping it. There it goes through, and I hit my sell all button to get out, and I get filled at 153, which is the low of that candle, which kind of stinks. But yeah, and I think so I got like 2 cents slippage, so that hurt me because it made that a bigger loss. Let's keep watching. So now I'm in the red, because I got that trade, and this one, hasn't done anything yet. So now I'm just kind of watching this one. But I don't know. I mean, anytime you start off with a red trade, again, these are things that we should really avoid. It you let it get to your head sometimes, which you shouldn't. You should just trade each trade like, as a brand new trade, and forget about the previous trade. Now here, look at this. I was actually considering stopping out here, and then I had that sell order out, so it wouldn't let me sell, which it's not supposed to. So that was my fault. And then when it didn't sell, I said, you know what, this stop is kind of a dumb stop as far as the price action is concerned. It doesn't really make much sense. That the 52 cent area is a better stop position. So I did lower my stop. I was just looking back at OCGN, and good thing that I sold out, because it just continued down further. So I moved my stop down. Now I think I went back. Hold on. So let's see, what did I put in there in the calculator? Alright, so I adjusted my stop. Then my 2R target went up pretty high. And again, I guess I just don't have like a feel for these penny stocks. Because, I just felt like, that was really high, and this price action looked pretty bad, which it kind of was. The volume was really spotty. Now here I was thinking this thing is just going to do one of these like sideways moves until much later, and who knows what. I was probably thinking it's going to flush down eventually. And then I was trying a couple other, so then I put in, well, what if I got in exactly where I wanted to, which is kind of how the 2R thing works, or how I use it, is my ideal entry. That way I'm more likely to actually hit the target. But I'm not sure, if in the long run that's such a great idea. So I put in the new target based off of my ideal entry. and that brought it way down. But then I started thinking, okay, well, if I lower the target, I changed it to 50 shares eventually. Yeah, so I figured I lowered the target to where it would be if I got the ideal entry, which I didn't, right? So when it hits it, I'm gonna make less money than I would have. So I figure the compromise will be to sell half there and then hope that it continues higher. So let's see what happens. So this trade took a long time for me. I got in close to 4 o'clock, I guess, maybe 4 or 5, something like that. And here it is 4:25. So anytime I'm in a trade for a long time, makes it that much harder to hold the 2R and all that kind of stuff. So I just kept going back to the list and like kind of checking to make sure that I was still in one of the top 3 volume stocks, because that gives it more chance of moving. Now notice this volume bar. This is the one, at this point I thought, okay, this thing might actually work. This volume bar is huge. It was like 66,000 shares on a 1-minute candle, at 4 something in the morning. It's a lot. It started off with 20,000 shares over here, 22,000. So that was a good sign. So I was starting to feel a little bit more hopeful that this trade was going to work. Yeah, so it was the number 2 volume-wise, but it was way behind OCGN, although OCGN has almost double the float size, so it's all kind of relative. And OCGN, look at how much it sold off. So even like a normal, let's say you consider this A and this B, the C, like a reasonable point C would have been here, maybe here at the most for a continuation up, and it doesn't do it. It breaks down. So this becomes all backside. So it almost it didn't matter where I entered on this thing. It was going to be a losing trade. I mean, obviously this is a good run, but that pullback is way too deep to enter for like an ABCD setup. You want the pullback to be around 50%. So this is more of a reversal or a pivot play, which I don't really do anymore. Because you never know when it's going to reverse or if it's going to continue to go down further. So yeah, you can see here's the bottom right here. It came basically like 85 to 90% of the way back. So that's a real pullback. Anytime it pulls back that hard, that shows weakness. So it's less likely to run up after this. And I think it actually does kind of fake out here. Although that looked like a little 2R move, but so this thing kind of chops around a lot, but I still felt pretty good about it because a huge volume there. And the selling volume wasn't matching it. And then I got filled right there, and it popped right through. And it popped up pretty high. Okay, so here's the thing: is like, this is where the psychology came in. Is after I was sitting in the red, so now I'm thinking, I just need to get green. And not be too greedy. So as this thing gave me some nice pops, now I think it was well over the 2R for my ideal entry. But here, let's see. Yeah, 55.3 was the so it was well over that. But my original target was 57.52. So now it's at 50. It went up to 57 even. Oh wait, I did sell out more there. You can see I only have 13 shares. So Yeah, I think when this thing hit 57, that's when I started selling. So I have 50 shares at that point. Yeah, then it popped up to 57, and I tried to sell half there, and I got filled at 56. So, and that 1 cent makes a big difference with 25 shares. So, well, that's 25 cents difference. Then it happened again, and I have to take some blame for that. But you never know. Once I was in the profit, I just kind of wanted to. So now I'm in the green finally, and I'm sitting on 13 shares. So now I feel better about let's write it up. I just keep moving it to the bottom of the 1 minute candles, my stop. Now this move is huge. Oh, and I guess I sold out half again. Let's see if I can find where. Yeah, I guess after it made this nice run, I felt like, let me sell half again. Now I made another big run. But basically, when you only have 7 shares left, the next sell will be the sell all. So yeah, then I put my stop. I just felt like, wow, that was such a big move. Now I'm in the green. I mean, look at it over here. I'm finally in the green for the morning. So if it breaks that level, I'll get out, and that's what I did. But it did go quite a bit further, so I left some money on the table. But still, I was in the red over $1, like $1.40 something, I think it was, and now I'm in the green. So, and that's pretty much like the idea behind the 2R trading is that if one trade wins and the other fails, you'll still be in the green because your profit target is 2R and your stop loss is 1R. So I didn't quite exactly double the loss here. That should have been more around $3. And here's what I did. I put in the spreadsheet, if I would have actually kept my original stop loss, that 0.57, then my risk would have been here, and it did go there. It went to 2R. And let me just get rid of this for a second. So yeah, so then that trade would have made me 368, which would have been more than 2-to-1 ratio compared to this loss. But like I said, I'm just not that comfortable with these penny stocks. I felt like I got a high entry, but maybe I didn't. So I don't know. I guess I just need to chalk it up to I'm getting experience with these lower price stocks. My plan says that when I trade in the pre-market, I can only trade the top 3 volume. So, and I like anything under $5. So even if it's a penny stock, as long as there's a lot of volume, I'll still take a trade on it. So anyway, I think that's it. I think we covered everything. But oh yeah, let's look and see how high this thing did go. Of course, you never know that until it happens. So it did a consolidation move and then went higher still. So let's see. So I got in way back over here. And I thought I got a high entry, and look how much this thing's moved. So, this just goes to show you I need to scale out slower and hold on to more shares longer. But, you never know. Like the next time that I do that, it's going to reverse on me. So, I think the more cushion that I get on my account, the more willing to hold, the more likely to hold it's too early in the morning. I think you know what I mean. That I'll be able to hold easier the more profit I have in this account. So yeah, I got in over here and I got out here. So I took a little more than half of this move, which there wasn't that much more to take. So I probably would have stopped out like here, right? So I missed out. I can definitely say I missed out on that. But, you know, if I was a little braver, I probably would have still been holding, you know, let's say like 25 shares, and then maybe sell half there and then hold 13 shares. Would have been tough though, because I probably would have wanted to sell the rest when this level was broken. But you know, another option, sell half there again and make this kind of the new stop, and then you know you can ride it higher still. But it's really hard to say. You never know when these things are going to turn around on you. So at least I was able to turn my red morning into a green morning, so that's always a good thing. And so you know, it could have been worse. I could have sold out much earlier and still been red. So all right guys, hopefully this helped you. I'll see you at the market open. Take care.